Rapunzel was finally free after many years. She had left her tower and returned to her parents, the king and queen, in a vibrant kingdom of green valleys and glistening rivers. However, this peace did not last long. The kingdom's magical gardens and vast forests began to suffer from a mysterious illness. Trees withered, rivers grew murky, and worst of all, Rapunzel's long, radiant hair, which held a healing power, was starting to lose its glow. This deeply affected Rapunzel. One night, while touching a wilted rose in the garden, she heard an ancient voice rising from the soil. It was the spirit of the oldest tree in the kingdom, the light tree. The spirit whispered to Rapunzel that a long-forgotten evil, the source of the kingdom's magic, had awakened. Your only hope is to find the luminous heart, hidden within the heart of the crystal peaks, the tree spirit said. It is the only thing that can heal these lands and the magic in your hair. Despite her parents' worries, Rapunzel decided to embark on this dangerous journey to save her kingdom. She took with her Ilara, a quick-witted and agile forest guardian who knew the forest like the back of her hand. Ilara revealed that her own family had been affected by the illness and that their only hope rested with Rapunzel. Their journey was a constant struggle of action and survival. First, they had to pass through a blighted forest where the trees were skeletal and shrouded in shadows. Here, Rapunzel used her hair like a whip to fight off the shadowy creatures that attacked them. Thanks to Ilara's sharp mind and agility, they managed to escape the creatures and push deeper into the forest. Once they passed through the forest, the crystal peaks rose before them. The mountains, contrary to their name, had lost their sparkle and were filled with sharp, treacherous ice and rocks. The wind carried ominous sounds from the peaks. It seemed impossible to climb them, but Rapunzel had her hair. Using it as a strong rope, she lassoed a crag on a precipice. With Ilara's help, they crossed the hair bridge and began their ascent. As they climbed higher, the air thinned and their surroundings became even more perilous. As they neared the summit, they encountered another adventurer. This was a power-hungry sorcerer, banished from his own kingdom, who also sought to claim the luminous art for his own wicked ends. He conjured magical barriers and threw venomous plants at them to stop Rapunzel and Ilara. Rapunzel, using the last bit of her hair's power, parried his attacks, while Ilara distracted the sorcerer and lured him to the edge of a cliff. The sorcerer lost his footing while attempting one last spell and fell into the abyss below. Finally, they reached the summit. Inside a cave-like hollow, the luminous heart pulsed faintly and lifelessly. The heart was guarded by an ancient monster, the very source of the sickness plaguing the kingdom. The monster tried to confuse Rapunzel's mind, whispering that she could never save the kingdom because all hope was lost. But Rapunzel ignored its words. She knew her hair was not just a shield, but also a tool for healing. She extended her magical hair toward the monster. Her hair began to absorb the monster's darkness and started to glow. This time, its radiance was more powerful than ever before. Rapunzel began to sing, and her voice echoed through the mountain peaks. With the power of her song, the monster's darkness turned into light, slowly dissolving into a cloud of pure energy. The luminous heart began to glow with its true, vibrant color once more. Taking the now cleansed art, Rapunzel and Elara began their journey back. On their way, they witnessed the mountains coming back to life, the trees growing green again, and the river sparkling once more. By the time they reached the castle, the kingdom had already begun to heal. Rapunzel presented the luminous heart to her parents, and its magic fully restored the kingdom's health and beauty. Rapunzel was no longer just a princess. She was a hero who had saved her kingdom. Her hair had not only given her back her freedom, but had also revealed her true purpose: to heal the world.